Welcome back to the Bruin Insider Show. Nick Koop with you, and time to talk UCLA women's basketball. Of course, the Bruins are on a tear. They've won 19 in a row. Postseason play is on the horizon. So to talk about all of that and more, one of the stars of the team, Lauren Betts, sitting down with us. Great to meet you. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Is it as much fun playing on this team as it looks like for all of us watching?
It really is. I mean, I love these girls so much. They're all my best friends. And I think, the chemistry that we have created off the court has really been showing on the court. And I feel like it has a lot to do with how well we've been playing, for sure.
And in the last game against Indiana, 7 players scoring in double figures, believed to be a record for UCLA women's basketball. How does that speak to the type of team you guys are?
Yeah, I mean, our team is so special. You have a group of selfless people who are just willing to do whatever it takes to make the team win. And, we just have so many threats in every single level, and even the people coming off the bench. I mean, it's really scary the amount of depth we have on this team. So just really proud of how we continue to grow together and we move the ball and create opportunities for each other. It's been really amazing. You
use the word selfless, and it makes me think of someone like Angela Dugalich, who for 350 teams in this country would be in the starting lineup.
For sure.
But she's coming off the bench for you. What does that speak to her character, that she does that here at UCLA and sacrifices for the betterment of the team?
For sure. She's a very selfless person, and that's what I love so much about her. And, I mean, she walked into Coach Corey's office, and she was like, I don't care if I start. I'm going to be the best 6th player you've ever had here. And I think that she really wants this so much for this team, and she continues to use her voice and has really become such a big leader this year. So I'm really proud of her, and I know that was a really big commitment to make, but she's been doing the best job, and I've seen so much growth from her, and she's having such an amazing season. So I really think it's worked for her benefit, for sure.
And I think we've heard Coach Corey say that, hey, I've got 6 starters on this team. And so more to your point, what's impressed you just overall about the way you guys have gone about things this season? You've got a target on your back every night you go out, and it hasn't deterred you guys at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like the steadiness that we have going into every single game. Like, we're going to go out there. We're not going to, get too high emotionally or too low. We go in there and we compete every single night. We don't care who we're playing. And, we talk about it every single day. We just want to make sure that we're competing with ourselves as well and making sure that we're holding each other accountable and being the best version of ourselves every single day. And I think that's what's made us progress so much throughout the season.
And what ways have you seen this team grow?
I think in our defense, like defensively, obviously we have so many scorers. If we wanted to score 100 every single night, we could. But I think defensively, it's really getting our mind that like we're going to make it really hard for other teams to do what they want to do, and that we're not going to let things happen to us, that we're going to have that awareness that like we need to be a very good defensive team if we want to get to where we want to go.
You're dictating on the offensive end, and you want to dictate on the defensive end as well. So as an outsider, everyone I think knows the end goal for you guys this year and where you want to be, but it's a long season to get there. You talked about the steadiness that you all have been able to play with. How have you managed to keep the end of the road and where you want to be, not have that be a distraction and stay in the day-to-day, game-to-game?
Yeah, I mean, well, you said, like, we just are really focused on our process, and we've committed to that. And, we talk about it in film every single day, and that's why, the coaches do a good job of holding us accountable because, we don't care if we're up by 30, 40 a game. Like, we're trying to just continue to get better every single game regardless of who we're playing. So I think, obviously, when that comes, we just want to make sure that we feel as prepared as possible and that we've done so much work that once we get to that point, we just feel most confident at our best.
And to have that where up 30, 40, you're in control of a game, but to still treat it like it's nothing and you just started. Does that go back to the selflessness at the start? And just it takes everybody buying in to that mentality.
It takes everybody to buy in. I mean, I think that's the biggest difference of like this team is that, you can seriously count on every single person, even the people, like Tamia Gardner who are not playing, like she's bought in. And although she's not playing, like she's still there. She's still committed to the team. She still makes her voice heard. And I think that's such a special part of this group is that, every single person has just really stepped in and done their job.
So to go to last year real quick, to have that Final Four experience, what do you think the lessons learned for you guys and what needs to be different this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was such a good experience for us. Also, although it didn't go the way that we wanted to, I think that we learned a lot and, we got a taste of like what it was like to be there, the media, all the fans, the arena, how crazy it all is. But I think that, we learned that when you get there, there's no time for games. There's no time for like what ifs. It's like you have to mentally prepare yourself to just put everything on the line and trust that you did the work and So once you get there, you just feel completely prepared, and it's really mental as well. I mean, like, I think the character piece is something that we really focused on this year. It's, you know, we have all the talent in the world, but, you know, like we said before, it's like, you know, you really have to put your mind that, like, whatever the team needs, you're going to do it. So even if, you know, you have 31 game, the next game you might have 0, like, it doesn't matter, because as long as our team's winning games, you know, that's what's going to get us to that level. So
there's a couple differences from last year. You've got Gianna, and then Charlize is healthy. Yeah. How have they impacted things on the court?
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing such a good job. They're both so smart and so skilled. And, you know, I think that having, for me specifically, like, you know, when I'm getting double, triple teamed and there's so many shooters around me, like G and Char, who have just gotten so much better throughout the season, like, it's so easy to read them and it's so easy to find them. And, like, people can't guard all of us at the same time. So I think that, you know, having them on the team has just been such, like, you know, weight off my shoulder, this team's shoulder. It's just created so much space for everybody, and everyone's able to use their skills.
We see the spacing, that much is evident. And then you say it makes it easier for you. It seems like, you know, maybe it helps when you know you've got those shooters out there, but that you've become a better passer as well out of the post. How has that been this year in developing that part of your game? Yeah, it's been something that I've really had to work on, especially in the preseason. I mean, I remember when we first got G, I was just so excited because I was like, oh, finally, you know, like, you know, she's just a relentless scorer, and she's such a sniper out there, and people have to guard her, and if they don't, like, then she will go off for whatever many points. But, yeah, I think it's just really cool having her on the team, and I think, it definitely has had me work on my passing and making sure that I'm reading double teams and finding gaps and spaces and timing. And, yeah, I think just, like, being patient is something that I've really wanted to focus on this year, just not rushing the way I play, for sure. On the other side of the ball, speaking about yourself personally, seeing you really – the way you've been switching on and taking on smaller things, that's been a big thing for you this year as well. Yeah, I know. It's been really cool, and I'm really thankful that the coaches trust me to do that, and it's something that I also worked on with our strength trainer. I mean, we do a lot of, like, lateral movements and sprinting this past preseason, so I think all of that work just really put me in a good position going into season that, like, I have the confidence to go out there and guard smaller people, and my teammates trust me to do that. But yeah, it's definitely makes you know, things harder for other teams once their, you know, opponent's 6'7" post is switching out to their point guards. It's pretty scary for sure. And you know, the one thing too, compared to last year's team, and not to compare, but just because it is, you guys are trying to get back there, and of course, and the length you guys have. Maybe ordinarily you might say, hey, a 6'7" post, we want to pull her out a little bit, but you've got length everywhere. I know. So you have coverage as well, enabling you to do that. Exactly. It's a very scary team. A lot of length, a lot of speed. Yeah, we're you know, we have a lot of work to do defensively, but we are a very, very good group for sure. So how's it been having your sister around this year? Yeah, it's been really special. You know, to have a family member out there who I can just talk to about anything, and, like, it's been really cool to see just how, like, our chemistry has developed throughout the season, and, you know, to get that opportunity to, like, as not even as our teammate, but just, like, as our older sister, to see, like, your younger sister playing college for the first time and wearing a UCLA jersey and coming back from an injury. It was just really, really cool to see, and I'm so proud of her. What was that coming together like? Because you're off in college. You're at Stanford. You've been here for a couple of years. You haven't been living with her. Is it almost like you're reconnecting with her in a way this year? No, for sure. I mean, like, you know, playing high school basketball was tough just because we were a lot less mature than we were now. So there's a lot of bickering, a lot of arguing, but we ended up, you know, winning state together. So I was like, hey, if we could come back a little bit more mature, maybe do it again, that'd be great. So it's been really cool to see our relationship grow for sure. You guys pretty competitive with each other? Very competitive with each other. Like, even throughout the practices or games, like when we're on the court with each other, we're just constantly talking to each other back and forth, talking trash. That's just how we are. So can I challenge you to give her some credit and say, what's something that Sienna is maybe better at you, better than you at? Sienna is better at so hard for me to say, because I'm not going to give her anything. I would say outside of basketball. Yeah, anything. Yeah, outside of basketball. I think she's way more creative than I am. Like, she is the artist of the family. She's an amazing painter. A lot of people don't know that about her, but Sienna is, like, an amazing artist, and she has a lot of, like, work that she does on her own that she'll never post.
post or like show anybody, but it's really, really good.
All right. Well, I hope we do see some of that post.
I hope
maybe you sneak and post it for her.
I will. I'll do it for her.
I've really enjoyed seeing the two of you in that Allstate commercial lately. That's been funny.
Yeah.
Your mom, of course, in there as well.
Yes.
Who's the better actor out of the three of you?
Honestly, my mom. I think she, for like not even being in anything like that before, like Sienna and I have had some experience, but like for her to go out there and just like put it out there for her first commercial was so cool to see, and I'm so happy for her. Yeah, she killed it.
Her face gets me every time.
So funny.
Because she's cheering you two on, but at the same time mean mugging those guys in front at the same time. So
no, she's hilarious.
Hats off to her.
Yeah.
And then I saw, I think today, you're in the new 2K game, yes?
Yeah, I am.
Yes. I mean, what's that like? Holy crap, to see yourself in a video game. I mean, I know you've done some really cool things through NIL and those kinds of opportunities, but to be in a video game is pretty cool.
It's so cool. I'm really happy for college athletics and like the experience that we're getting. I mean, to be in a game like that, I mean, obviously, like I didn't grow up. My brother played a lot of 2K growing up, so I'd watch him. So I have some, credit now. I'm like the cool older sibling now. He thinks I'm amazing, but yeah, I mean, to do that is just really, really special, and I'm thankful that UCLA was able to do that for sure.
So do you do any motion capture type thing?
Yeah. So we did, as a team, we did some scans earlier on in preseason. So they got all of that done in like this truck, like literally right outside our practice facility, and it was crazy because none of us had to do it. None of us have done anything like that before. So they scanned like our bodies, our eyes, or they were like, "Do you want any like your tattoos in there?" I was like, "Yeah, like put it all out there. Like I don't care. I want to be as authentic as possible." But yeah, for them to like capture like certain features about my face and seeing it like all animated is crazy. Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Really cool. All right, so your upbringing. Born in Spain and lived there until you were 8 years old, I believe.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that time?
Yeah, a lot of amazing memories. My mom, I always think about like my mom just being the hostess always. Like she always had people over all the time. We'd throw the best parties. We'd always have friends coming over, sleepovers, all of that. Like we just loved gathering people together all the time. So just, amazing food. The beaches were beautiful. Obviously just traveling all of Europe, watching my dad play. And that's where I fell in love with basketball. So it was just, a really, really special. I want to go back at some point and visit.
So did you grow up speaking Spanish and English at the same time?
Yeah, so like I went to a school where like a majority of the kids spoke Spanish. So I kind of had to like figure my way out. Yeah. But, as I moved here, like there was no reason to really speak it anymore. So I kind of lost it. But my mom still speaks Spanish, and she'll, every now and then I'll answer the phone and she'll try speaking Spanish to me. And I'm like, all right, that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. But yeah.
And you're a pretty big dancer as well. Did some flamenco. Such.
Yeah. I've been dancing actually for when I was younger. That's like all I did really. I my mom tried to get us in anything possible just to like meet new people and be around other kids. So I was in a lot of dance classes growing up. So like me, Gabs, Char were like the little dance group on the team. But yeah, I love dancing.
You've gotten the women's game in 2K. I think it's time for a women's basketball player to get on Dancing with the Stars.
Exactly.
There's been a lot of NBA players.
Listen, if I could do that, it would be a dream come true. Now, the only thing is, like, I would probably be picking up the dancer. Like, I don't know how that would work, but I would love to.
If they can figure it out with Iman Shumpert and he won, I don't see
why not.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we should manifest it and put it out there.
You heard it here, ABC.
Please.
Lauren Betts, Dancing with the Stars. All right, so you come stateside in third grade. Was that a challenging adjustment at that age? I can remember personally, we moved 30 minutes up the road when I was in fifth grade, and I was like, devastated for a little bit changing friend groups. So moving countries at the age of 8, what was that like?
It was hard because I feel like, what a lot of people don't know is like we moved all around Spain and like Europe. So I went to a lot of different schools, and I was just constantly like meeting new kids, being in new classes, like always kind of being like the odd one out just because I didn't really know anybody. And so to finally like be settled in one place and like grow up with the same kids, it was really nice. But but when I did first get there, I was like, I remember watching a lot of High School Musical, and I was like, oh, like that's gonna be the vibe going into my third grade class. I was like, this is gonna be like High School. I was like, this is nothing like High School Musical. I was like, this is this is not what I expected, but it was, you know, it was really good experience. I'm still really close with my first ever U.S. teacher, Mr. Swanson. He still comes to a lot of Sienna and I's games, so it's really cool to see that relationship still there. But yeah, I mean, it was just finally nice to kind of grow up with the same kids because I'd never experienced that before.
And then you were swimming a good amount for a little bit too, right?
Yeah, I was swimming. Yeah, that was really fun.
And then your mom played volleyball in college. So I'm curious just how dancing, swimming, volley. You had, I don't know, did you play volleyball a little bit as well?
I played volleyball my freshman year of high school.
So you have all these options. How did basketball become the sport for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was doing competitive swimming and basketball at the same time. And so that became like really hard just because I was having like 6 a.m. meets and then playing like 3 games back to back to back and for AU basketball. And I'm like, I cannot do this anymore.
And how old are you at this point?
And I'm like, you know, middle school, maybe elementary, you know, it was just
That's really, a lot.
It was awful. And so I think at one point I was like, I have to pick one, and obviously I picked basketball, and I've been playing ever since.
What strokes are we doing in swimming? All of them?
Free, back. I was not a fan of fly. I cannot do butterfly to save my life. It's awful. It's like one of the hardest things ever. But yeah, I was a sprinter.
I don't know. Occasionally I'll mess around in the pool. And I don't understand how swimmers.
It's hard.
You got to have flexibility, right? You can't do it without that shoulder flexibility.
No, you have to have some shoulder strength for sure. Yeah.
All right, so getting back to the team, I'm curious, you know, Coach Corey, she's got all these little sayings, right? What's one of your favorites, ones that stick with you?
Oh, okay. Well, one we make fun of her for all the time is she got really mad at us one day because some of us were late to stretching in the morning before practice, and so she yelled at all of us. She said, "Take care of your crap." And now to this day, we just keep getting on her about that. So we just make every time she's like, you know, a little like the last one on the bus, we're like, Corey, like take care of your crap. Like, what are you doing? So I think that's my favorite. That's
little inside joke now for the
entire team.
Does she laugh at it now?
She does now. It wasn't funny at first, but Sienna is one of those players. She just doesn't. She thinks everything's funny. So like she was the first one to kind of say it after she'd gotten like really mad at us, and we were like, Sienna, like that's not funny. But now she's kept saying it, and Corey thinks it's funny. So
she won Corey over.
She won. Exactly.
You can't be mad at Sienna.
You can't be mad at Sienna ever.
Yeah. So your journey here at UCLA, I know there are a couple chapters left to be written here over the next couple of months, but since we have you and just reflecting a little bit, what's it been like being here in Westwood for the last 3 years?
Yeah, it's been really, really special. I'm really going to miss it. You know, the people have really made this program so special for me, and like the relationships that I've made and how they've supported me, and I've grown so much as a person and a player. I mean, like the way that my career has just totally, you know, changed throughout my college experience is all due to UCLA and like how much they've just really poured into me and my confidence, and I'm just very, very grateful for all the people here for sure.
I usually like to ask a senior, hey, what would you tell yourself as a freshman if you can go back? But you've got your younger sister here as a freshman, and maybe you've had these conversations already. But yeah, what have you told her about, you know, college, UCLA, all of that, and what's on the horizon for her? Yeah,
I've told her, I'm like, listen, freshman year is first off the hardest thing you're ever going to experience. It is so tough, but to never take this year for granted and to remember that like there's so much room to grow and to just enjoy college for what it is, because it really does fly super fast. I never believed any of the seniors when they told me. I was like, this needs to be done, and now I'm like, I can't believe it's coming to end. But just to enjoy it, and to, you know, just take advantage of everything that you can while you're out here in LA, and, you know, just, you know, never give up on yourself. I mean, my freshman year, I remember I wanted to be done, and I think the transition here at UCLA was the best decision I've ever made. So just continue to believe in yourself and continue to work hard.
Well, we are very grateful you made it here to Westwood. It's been really fun to watch you the last few years and see you grow, and really excited to watch the next couple months here and see what's in store.
Let's go.
Let's go indeed. Lauren Betts, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
And, of course, you got a couple opportunities to catch the Bruins here at home before the end of the regular season, taking on Washington on Thursday, and then this Sunday coming up against Wisconsin. Get your tickets, UCLABruins.com/tickets, and catch the Bruin Insider Show every Thursday, 7 p.m. on AM 790 KABC.